Kiara.
And it's me, Tanesha, still underneath the weather.
Underneath.
You're under the y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's one of those late nights and your girl slick, so I'm going to tell you I'm happy to welcome you guys into the sister chat. This is Main Event Mamas. Whoa.
Whoop, whoop. And we're back to discuss all things wrestling this week. There's so much that happened, and we went through some things. We went through Wrestlepalooza. We went to All Out Land, which I got you to watch it.
You did.
Some of
You
it
did.
with me, which was
Majority
exciting.
of it.
You hung with me
Majority.
for a bit. You know what I'm saying?
I
We made
did.
it work. But before we get into all that, we want to remind you that this is your moment to hit that subscribe button because you want to be the first to be in the know. You want to know when our episodes drop and the clips, because the clips have been clipping. Y'all have been liking and commenting and spending time on TikTok arguing, but we appreciate you, even if you want to argue with us, but or me. mostly just me, but we appreciate you. So like I said, you want to be first, want to hit that subscribe button, not just on YouTube, but anywhere you find our podcast. And with that, the streets were talking,
Mm.
and a
What
lot
they've
was
been
said.
saying, girl. What they've been saying. Give me
Girl,
the
let's
tea.
talk about what they've been saying, because these streets, all this underground information, and by underground I mean not that far underground,
Oh,
'cause
okay. I'm about to say, well, how far are we going? How underground
not
are we
that far.
going?
We ain't going that far underground because let's be honest, it's late. But I want to talk a little bit about Wrestlepalooza. Now we're only going to get into this brief story right here, so we're not going to give our full grades yet because there are things that need to be discussed.
Oh, okay.
But one of the biggest stories from the last week was that Wrestlepalooza got a C rating from the ESPN.com article written by Andreas Hale. So why is this important, you might ask? Well, Wrestlepalooza is the first major PLE to air under the new multi-billion-dollar deal. It pulled their focus from Peacock onto ESPN, and it launched with ESPN's unlimited platform, costing many of us $29.99 to be watching this Wrestlepalooza itself, which is an increase from what we were just paying with Peacock. Also, critical. this review was not a fluff piece. I will tell you that the match that he liked the most was Stephanie Becker and Io Sky, and that got a B+. And he said John Cena and Brock Lesnar had a C-. So
I mean, to be fair, Brock really beat his ass.
yeah, we're gonna get into that. Don't worry. I have thoughts and feelings. And the thing was, it's kind of weird because there are a lot of fans who also didn't love Wrestlepalooza. We had a lot of fun online going back and forth about things that we hated, such as that damn elevator music and the picture of the Wrestlepalooza logo. Whereas on Peacock, we used to get promos, but we didn't. This time, we just had the elevator music. It was a great intermission to hit the bathroom, I guess, but other than that, it was weird. So yeah, there was some not necessarily positive reviews about that. And some people are calling it a wake-up call for WWE, saying, okay, we don't think it was worth that $29.99 and you aren't delivering the way you should have been. So, well,
Is it really a wake up call to them? Because they're going to keep doing what they do anyway. Because clearly they didn't give a crap about us anyway when we were telling them, hey, what are y'all doing? Y'all are spreading us a little too thin in our pockets. They still didn't care. You know what they did? They announced that they're going to Dubai or Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
Sorry. They might as well said Dubai, okay? Because
I might have wanted to go to Dubai. I might have had to make it there.
Right. But also, even like, again, running your WrestleMania back to Vegas and now you're advertising, like, at some point, we have to understand that they really, truly don't give a fuck about us. Common folks. Let me put it that way. Common folks. The ones who actually help make them who they are. They can care less about us, small people.
May I get why you're saying that, and I definitely echo a lot of your feelings about that because I don't love a lot of things about Wrestlepalooza, but I tell you, we have a whole section dedicated to many of the feelings that I have. So we're not going to get into that. But
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention that, Andreas Hell had thoughts and feelings and shared it on ESPN, which was wild considering that it was the first PLE for that particular platform. All right, let's talk this Pro Wrestling Illustrator rankings that came out. Okay. So on this 500 list, Cody Rhodes was ranked number 1 for the second consecutive year. The top 10, I'll start at 10, which is Will Ospreay. 9 is Mystico. 8 is Seth Rollins. 7 is Swerve Strickland. 6 is Jey Uso. 5 is Hiroti Goto. 4 is Hangman Adam Page. Forgive me if I said number 5 wrong, y'all. I don't know who that is yet. And then 3 is Gunther, 2 John Moxley, and 1 is Cody. So
Why is
we all
Gunther
know Pro
number
Wrestling
3?
Insider Illustrated, sorry, not Insider, Illustrated does this list every year, right? And every year it causes some kind of drama, so on and so forth. What do you think about this listing this year, knowing that Roman did not even
I
make
was
the
about
cut
to
at all?
say, where was my Roman? But why is Gunther number 3? I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that he wasn't a great wrestler, but I don't think he should be number 3. And I sure as hell don't think that my Roman should not have been even in the top 10. And why is Seth all the way down there? I mean, even though he's not my favorite wrestler, but still, why is he all the way down there? He should not be down there. He should not be what, number 8? Was that number 8 you said he was?
As I did.
Absolutely not. And the things I've heard about Swerve, I don't think Swerve should be number 7, but whatever. I think, I mean, but Gunther? Really? Number 3?
Yeah, I don't
Like, where
listen.
was Drew even there? Like, we're having a Drew. I mean, at least you could
I
put
don't
Drew
know.
McIntyre on there because I mean he's a great wrestler. Other than that, why did you put Randy? Randy sat here has been breaking his body down to make us happy. What kind of nonsense is this?
I don't know.
I got a lot of thoughts and feelings other than when we first talked about it.
I see, because you didn't have this many thoughts and feelings with our production meeting. But listen,
I did not. So I don't. I think it
listen.
finally. You have to forgive me. I'm sick. So I think when we were having the production meeting, it was just like my Roman's not there. Okay, but and I
I
think
know
at
the
the same
Roman was
reaction
not there
about
through you. Okay. I knew you was
yes,
like, click, I'm out because Roman's not here.
right.
But listen. I agree with you on a lot of these things because what? First of all, okay, Will Ospreay being at 10 is kind of a travesty. I'm like, I'm not really sure he belongs at 10 because I think from my understanding of some of the criteria, you're looking at who was driving story and things like that. And Roman has been gone a good portion of 2025, right? So I kind of understand him not being in the top 10, but I don't understand him not being on the list
On
at
the
all
list.
unless there was specific criteria saying you had to work so many matches, right? Like,
Then that's also stupid.
yeah, because I think when you think of people who are ranked on this list, I think you have to think about also like people who are needle movers, right? Like whenever Roman comes back, we stand up and pay attention. We're like, where he going? We coming, we looking.
The moment his music drops, everyone's like,
Forget the music
eh.
drop. We've been speculating for the last 2 weeks that he gonna be back on TV.
I mean, that is true. But what I'm saying is the fact that the very moment his music drops, it don't matter. He could be heel. Even when he was heel, people stood on their feet. So I don't understand what criteria that they're looking for. But
I
Roman
don't
definitely should have
either.
been on and Roman definitely should have been on a list. Now, if they're talking about the criteria of, let's say hypothetically it's about how many matches or how many times you've been on TV or whatever in the last year, then it'd be like, okay, then I guess I get your top 10. But still, Gunther should not be number 3 because Gunther's gone.
He been on vacation for a while, so I don't really.
At least what? Since when? I don't even know. And then too, Cody kind of went on vacation too. Didn't Cody disappear for a little bit a couple of times? And wait, did they have Kevin Owens on there? What is or Sammy? What kind
I
of
don't know.
nonsense?
Listen, I told you I did the top 10 list. I don't I don't know the
Did
answers
they have
about
Jacob
Sammy.
on there?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go pull up this list. Okay, hold
Oh,
that thought. Because you
listen,
got a lot of
I
questions
do
here.
have a lot of questions and thoughts because I'm sitting here going, wait, we are missing.
All right, let's go to the list. Let's go to the list. Okay, there's a lot of thoughts and feelings. Let's just.
Can you
All right,
like
let's.
just search? Type the word. Is it on the list? No? Okay. Type this word.
All right, hold on. I'm a control F because you know. All right.
We gotta go through the list fast.
I don't even know if I should tell you this. That Joe Hendry's number 12.
Well,
CM
in
Punk is
essence,
15.
in
Obafemi is
essence,
14.
but Femi should not be no 14.
Jacob Fatu is 20. You asked about him,
Okay,
right?
so at least he's on. At least he's on the list. I don't agree. He should be number 20, but okay.
Dom Mysterio is 48.
Oh, he's definitely should not be no damn 48. That boy has been kicking ass this whole year.
He's one ahead of Matt Riddle.
Matt, you know what? Shut up.
So, okay, who was the other person you were asking me about? Kevin Owens?
I said Kevin Owens.
Let's see. There's no Kevin Owens on the list.
Sammy.
Okay, let's see where Sammy is. Listen, computer, don't be fighting with me. I know my computer is like, I don't even
What
know if I
number?
should tell you. 105.
What?
This list is trash. Okay, listen, this list is trash, and I just think we could just cash it to the game.
Whoever wrote this, I don't know what kind of nonsense this is and who paid you to put whoever where, but let me explain, okay? Sami Zayn should definitely not be no 101, okay? Whatever number he is,
Five.
whatever that
105.
is, it's still beneath whatever he should really
Leo
be.
Rush is higher than Sami Zayn.
He's wrestling
JC
still?
Mateo is 108. Chad
Ew.
Gable's 112. Karrion Cross is 113. Like,
the nerve.
what is wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna shut up.
Sheamus is 136. Yeah, I don't like this list anymore than you do. It's trash. All right, I'm sorry, PWI, your list is trash. And
it's almost like asking who's the greatest rapper alive, and they be saying like Biggie's like 205. You be like, who? What's wrong with you?
every year, this list comes out and causes drama. Every single
Yeah,
year. And
I see why.
Trick is
You know
number
what?
19. He's ahead of Jacob. Damien is ahead of Trick. Braun is 24. And there are men and women on this list.
Where's my Naomi?
Let's see if there is a Naomi on this list. Ricochet is 41. There is no Naomi on this list.
The nerve!
So, all that to say, Dragon Lee is 206. Like, who? What? Yeah, your list is trash. We're just gonna go ahead and say that we're just gonna leave it where it is because I don't. Yeah.
PWI,
Anyway,
your list is trash. I don't know who your editing is. I don't know where you came up with these numbers and who they came from, but it's trash.
we didn't like it. We disagree. But
On
thank you
top
for
of that,
putting it out.
not have my Roman or Naomi. The nerve!
I
Okay,
know.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
I know. So that being said, we don't like it. Let's move on to the next story. So my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts of Wrestlepalooza, was Stephanie's announcement about her being inducted into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. It was an awesome moment with The Undertaker. I definitely knew something was going on. I thought he had come out to do the annoying thing where they like
do the
where they
announcement. That's
announce.
literally what you said. I was like, I said, but wait, why he here? He was like, probably do the announcement of how many people are actually in attendance. I was like,
Exactly.
you
It's
know
the
what?
annoying
That
thing they
sounds about
always
right.
do every time they do it on TV. And I was like, you could just do that without us. You don't need us at home listening to how many people are watching in the actual like venue because we're at home, right? But it was a really nice surprise that once he got there at the top, at the front row, and he just is like, hey, Stephanie, who's sitting next to you? I was so confused as to what was happening. I looked probably as confused as Stephanie, and then she had that look like, what you up to? What kind of shenanigans are afoot here? And she seemed confused, but I was like, for all we know, they told her like
She about
Undertaker's
to
gonna
have an
come out there for a
interview.
minute.
Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna have your interview because her podcast
Co-host.
associate, co-host of it, my brain was like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo," was behind her, and then I think they had their camera, so it was like, "Oh, okay," so it seemed like, it to me, how I looked at it, she looked confused, she did look a little intoxicated, but, it
Hey,
was one, "Hey, just hey, is what it is," and it was one of those, like, hey, Steph, I need you to do this spot real quick. And I know you're about to record, but we're going to do like a little quick little promo type thing. And she was like, okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, okay. But then to watch her face change, because even we didn't know what he was about to say. It was still like, I was like, all right, he sat down next to her. All right, so I'm proud to announce, that I was like, all right, he's going to tell us how many people are in this damn audience and whatever. But then he was just like, the induct, and to watch her face change, and it was like
I
it's
know.
one of the it was one of those things because both of us teared up because I mean, what y'all don't know, and definitely what Stephanie don't know, and hopefully whenever she watches this, she will find out that she's our best friend in our heads for
Absolutely.
many, many years.
Yes.
Okay, many, many years, and we were there watching when she got the Undertaker to kidnap her, which is funny to happen to
There,
be the
that
one
was
who
what
was
someone
inducted her.
said online. They were like, I don't know that your kidnapper should be the one inducting you Hall of Fame. That's fair.
I mean, for all we know, she could like, are you ready to do something crazy again? Because I'm I'm too old for this. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need
Yeah.
to. But to watch her and then watch the face transform, and it was just like she definitely didn't feel like she deserved it. She was like, "This, I don't." Even like watching the backstage footage of her talking to Paul or Triple H, it was like you can see she's like, "I don't," and he was like, "You do," and he was just breathing life in her to tell her that and I was like, "Oh, look at you," and she's like, "Okay," but it was just like one of those, like, we could not tear up in that moment because it was just
Right.
like she definitely wasn't expecting it, and I don't think she thinks she deserves that title.
Which is crazy to me to know, like, we only know probably about a fraction of the
Mhm.
impact that she's probably had in WWE. But for me, as a fan, like, I feel like I know her. Like, I feel like we grew up with her in a lot of ways,
Absolutely.
and she's as synonymous to me with WWE as almost Vince McMahon, right? Like, even more so at this point. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, that's the happier memory here right now. Um, but it's just to me was a reminder again of like her being part of all these stories with Triple H, her feeling, like really identifying with Stephanie being a daughter, having a father who's a little overbearing, who might be a little crazy. From the storyline perspective, people, that's what I meant. Storyline perspective. Not putting my dad on blast for none of that.
Wait, what?
But I definitely think it meant a lot to us. So I hope that if it meant even a fraction of that to her, I hope so because we definitely, I know we both talked about it, felt like of course that was a natural synergy. Of course she should be in the Hall of Fame. But then shortly after, her nephew and Shane's
I was thinking that in
son.
my head,
Hmm.
decided to say push Shane. I'm like, "Sir, you can't just be proud for your aunt," which means let's meet. Like, why are we starting the drama?
I mean, is it drama? Because I was like, Shane again is another one who's synonymous with WWE, right?
I
We
do.
also grew up with a lot of his like commentary
Antics.
and his appearances, like
Mhm.
even seeing him come to WrestleMania where he blew out both his quads. So sorry about that. That was devastating. But that was so exciting, for us because again, I think the way that the stories were told, we kind of got to fall in love with both of them
Mhm.
as characters, and they were very talented, certainly on camera, because as we can tell, not everybody is good on camera, but they seem to just, come to life. So I understood that he wanted that for his father. Maybe pick another day.
That's what I'm saying. Or you don't even know what was in the works. Maybe he was next. Maybe he was going to be the next one.
Who's the headliner, do you think? Do you think Stephanie's going to be the headliner of the Hall of Fame? Like, I think it was Paul Heyman last time, I think, or was it Triple H? I can't remember. My memory does not do well with Hall of Fame stuff, but I
Um,
definitely think Paul Heyman. I think Paul Heyman had that longest speech ever, so a good part of me is like, maybe
do I
his
think
was
she's gonna
great.
be the do I think she's gonna be the headliner? I don't know. I don't to be honest, I don't know who else they could I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who else is gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I'll never do those things because I really don't know because it could be anybody. In my head's going Naomi, and I'm like, no. That's only
She's
because
still.
AJ. I know that's only because AJ Lee came back and that's what she said. But I'm like, no. But even that. Speaking of Naomi, and then I'll go back to the other thought. Her and sit here in her commentary talking about, well, if I had this baby or somebody, I need somebody, I need to be there. Like this baby, who's gonna and Bailey's like, I got the diaper bag, I got you. And I'm just sitting here like, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, are you gonna have the baby by then? Or are you just talking about
I
like
mean,
and then Stephanie was like, please don't don't have the baby at the Hall of Fame. Like I don't need y'all to do that. Like I don't and she goes, I don't know what's gonna be in that diaper bag. And I'm like, that
Bailey would
is
be
true.
prepared clearly
She
for
would be
anything.
prepared, but this is also wrestling, so we don't know what could be in the diaper bag.
No,
And we don't ever know. After she dropped that baby, she may be like, "Beware with caution," and then
listen, I
so
think
many
like
different possibilities coming out from there.
we were
Sorry,
trying to calculate how long, we were like, when might she be due, knowing what we know, but we think it's around that time. So here's the thing. Safety first, Naomi. Safety first. Your first baby do crazy things. Like you don't know if they're gonna come on time, they're gonna come early. You go ahead and put in your request. But as long as it's a happy, healthy little creature, it's okay.
not a creature. Oh my
Yeah, because I
god,
don't want to say which gender. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. And you don't want to just call it it. I got it.
yeah.
Understood.
So that being said, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see. Like, I think it would be great for Triple H to induct her. Um, but I was trying to think who else would be a really good person to do that. Maybe her mother. Linda had quite a few storylines there too.
She did, but I don't know if that would be received well with a lot of people there.
Yeah, that's fair with all the political.
Yeah, I don't think so. We don't
Yeah.
want Stephanie's thing to be booed out.
No, but here's the other thing. This announcement was great. It'll be the Hall of Fame that obviously will be in Saudi, which we've already talked about has gone over
Wait,
badly.
is it?
Yep, the
No.
2026.
So who's 20? Wait, hold on. Time out.
Wait, I think I might be wrong. That's the
Yeah,
2027. You're right. 2026 is Las Vegas. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I was
Yeah,
sitting here going, wait, hold on, wait. We just skipped the whole year. Who was
we
the?
did. We did. We skipped a whole year. That's what happens when it's late. Okay. I just,
Mhm.
week 365 all the way to next year. But yeah, no, you're right. That definitely is going to happen in Vegas. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I think she'll have a great Hall of Fame speech. I think
Absolutely.
Triple H's was great. Paul Heyman's was fantastic.
You know who I think will probably do it?
Who?
Maybe they'll have her daughters do it.
Ooh. She does have a college age daughter, one heading
I'm
off
like,
soon. I
oh,
know. Welcome to
oh.
the age in which we are. So maybe. We'll see. We'll see. All right, time to talk about that next list because this was full of lists and drama. All right, this time it's Bleacher Report. Listen, I want to take the moment and thank y'all for putting out these lists because we had such visceral reactions that I had to talk about. I mean, it just had to. All right, so Bleacher Report released a list where they ranked the top 25 greatest women wrestlers in history. Now we already know who's number one because Becky's not the only one who says it. Sports Illustrated says it, and now Bleacher Report says it. So she's clearly number one. But I'll read the list from the bottom. Michelle McCool is 25. Jacqueline is 24. Will Nakano is 23. Shayna Baszler is 22. 21 is Alundra Blaze. Sorry. 20 was Liv Morgan. 19, Alexa Bliss. 18 is AJ Lee. 17 is Mickey James. 16 is Natalia. 15 is Beth Phoenix, known as Beth, now that she's hanging out in AEW. 14 is the Bella Twins. 13 is Io Sky, 12 is Paige, 11 is Ronda Rousey, 10 is Lita, 9 is Asuka, 8 is China, 7 Bianca Belair, 6 Bailey, 5 Sasha Banks, now Mercedes. 4 is Rhea Ripley. Sorry, I didn't pause for any reason other than trying to find the list. 3 is Trish Stratus. 2 is Charlotte Flair, and of course, as I said, number 1 is Becky Lynch. So, what was your immediate reaction to this nice list from Bleacher Report?
Where was Naomi?
Yep, that too. I get that.
And I get why China's on this list, but she shouldn't be up in the top 10. Not saying that she was not
I
athletic,
see what you're saying.
but I'm saying as in the way of if we're looking at the top, she's not a top wrestler, like in the top 10.
Okay.
I definitely feel like Natalia should be a little bit higher than where she's at, especially
Okay.
now with where she's which
She's still wrestling too, which is kind of like, what's
um
the criteria? I definitely had thoughts and feelings about the criteria again.
and then who was the other one I said? Why?
Yes, more other people about why. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my light up a little.
Yeah,
There
but
we go.
the one thing I have my complaint is why is Naomi not on this list? And that sounds kind of crazy because she definitely should be in the top 10. If she's not number one, fine, but she should definitely be in the top 5.
I can understand that. I have a lot of other feelings. I thought they missed a lot of people. There's no Molly Holly. There's no
Mhm.
Ivory. I'm like, where's Luna Vachon? Like, where's Sensational Sherry? Like, I think there's. I mean, where's Mae Young? Like, here's my thing. Like, women's wrestling has been going on a long time. There's people who were from the past, the present, and the future. It just feels like when you limit the list at 25 you focus the list primarily on people who are current roster or last 20 years or so, I'm not sure that you're going to get everyone you need to in this list. So I felt like there was definitely some people missing, like I mentioned, just off the top of my head, from Ivory to Molly Holly to Luna Vachon, who was one of my favorites and by far an incredible wrestler. I just
Victoria.
Victoria. I was just like, I don't know that this seems right. Also, I don't necessarily agree with some of these numbers.
Mhm.
I'm like, Ronda Rousey's 11.
But Ronda Rousey shouldn't even be on that list. She was a great MMA fighter, but she struggled to be a wrestler.
Well, yes, because the style is different.
Right.
Um,
But an MMA fighter is
yeah,
something different than being a wrestler, which I understand. And I'm not saying that she didn't try her hardest and she didn't try her best and she didn't, but that doesn't mean that she's a top wrestler.
yeah. I just thought they missed too many people for this list to be credible. I just thought they missed too many people. And then like, where's Jazz?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where's Jazz? For sure.
So
Cause
like,
Jazz sat here and who she beat? Didn't she beat somebody for the crew? Was that on ECW? Who she beat for the championship?
I am not the dictionary here for that. I don't know.
I know, no, but she did. I think she beat Chavo. Well, I think that's not his name. I don't think that was his name then. But and I watched that match was intense. I feel like she came before China started fighting men. Like that was like she and like her and Jacqueline, they both were
There's no Jade
muscular.
on here either, which I know you're kind of like, but there's
Mm.
no Jade on here anywhere.
But she's not a top wrestler either.
Okay, I hear you, but I'm just saying, looking at these names, I'm like,
They didn't have that many black people on that list.
right, but also not a ton of Asian people. And are we thinking about them from global perspective? Because you could add Julia, you could add um Stephanie Vaquer. She has had a great career so far. So I'm just like, I don't know because they have long careers other places. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I don't know that I agree with this list. So that's where I am with that. But I am glad that it was a list and that it has, sparked some conversation, if nothing else. because at the end of the day, there was not too long ago that we didn't get a chance to talk about anything like this. So that's fair. Well,
Here we
it's
are.
time to recap Wrestlepalooza. I mean, absolutely. Because me, I didn't really
Yeah,
like
you.
Wrestlepalooza. I
Okay.
really felt like, considering that I have thoughts and feelings, because again, I want to remind you that ESPN is looped into my Hulu Live. And by the way, it's going up again next month. So Kiara should be on the lookout for a new live channel situation because YouTube's cheaper slightly. But now because I have to have ESPN,
YouTube is not as cheap as you think it is.
it's not. But it's not $100 from the top.
No, but it's almost $90. It's like 80 something dollars.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it don't make sense to switch because I still have to figure out the ESPN of it all.
Oh, that's right, because you can't get on YouTube. See?
You see what I'm saying? I feel like
Mm.
I was real taken advantage of here. And that being said, I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of lackluster, and I think I was especially feeling this way because I started the day watching AEW's All Out, and that crap was exciting. Like that was such a great pay-per-view. Shout out to Candace. This is your moment too. Thank you. Thank you for joining our top tier of our Patreon. Woman,
Thank
you made it
you.
possible
Possible.
for us to cover AEW today because without you, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. So shout out to Candace for making that possible for us to go over that. Now back to WrestlePalooza. Let's start with the Brock Lesnar and the John Cena of it all. I almost said Jonathan Cena because that's how I felt. Like, what in the? I was already not happy about this particular match because I figured Cena would get hurt or something because Brock is Brocking. I definitely thought Cena was going to win at the
Uh-huh.
very least, but it was brutal and definitive and kind of sad to see Cena treated that way. So that's my thoughts on that.
It was 8 minutes too long. Like they could have, there's yeah. To see that man get F5 so many times. Then you
It
see
used to
him
be
rally out.
called, yeah,
Then you see him rally up and you're like, okay, and then they even gave us a little history lesson that as attitude adjustment used to be called the
FU.
FU, but it was the FU to Brock Lesnar. So it was like, oh, but
It was rough.
yeah,
It was rough
yeah.
watching it. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
Like to watch his hair, like fling it was, and I think even a commentator, somebody said something about his hair, and it may get knocked off. Oh, I think it was Pat. It was something. I was like, yeah, that didn't look good either. That looked like
It
his
looked rough. I
implants
did
moving.
appreciate that Pat returned. That was fun.
I did. I
We've
like
we've
that.
been missing Pat, even though, I told you he's like that uncle. Sometimes you don't want to hang out, but I'm glad he returned because he made the night enjoyable, considering how much I really didn't like that match at all. So you're right. It was probably 8 minutes too long. I thought it would have ended sooner, considering everything that we saw. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that one because I didn't think that was the best way to open the night either,
Nope.
at all. I just didn't think so. All right, so let's talk the Vision or the Bronze and the Usos match, which, I didn't hate this match. Um, and I say that because I don't want it to sound like I'm negative about everything. That's definitely not the case. I didn't dislike this match, but this match was also okay to me.
I mean, it definitely was okay, and I think I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it ended faster once Jay busted himself open.
Hmm.
And to watch that happen to him, even like, what just happened? Like and it was just like a clear, like you're not supposed to. It wasn't supposed to happen that way, and it was
Of
just like,
course.
to watch that happen. Then I ain't gonna lie, the funniest part out of this whole match was having the table fold over Jimmy like it was a blanket, or like it
That
was
was
a
funny.
door closing in. Like and you watching him like, wait. Table goes, nah, you good. Night night. Go sleep. Go sleep. Night night. I don't know if they planned that or if that was
I
just
don't
like the
think so.
table went, I'm just gonna fall now, and I'm just gonna fall lightly over you. And to watch Jimmy just sit there like, wow, that just happened. I could only imagine his inner dialogue while it was happening, knowing how funny they are on camera. Like I could just see him saying something crazy like, wow, okay. You don't want me to see. I get it. I get it. You don't want me to see what's happening. Um, but truthfully, I mean the interaction too with LA Knight,
I don't think I like that him as the
he shouldn't have not been the ref. No, I don't think he should have been the
yeah.
ref.
I don't
I
think they needed a special guest referee for this particular match
I guess
at
they're
all.
trying to build up LA versus Jay, but it's still like y'all didn't
We
need him
didn't
in
need
that.
that to the fuel of the fire. We already seen their interactions the previous week, and even like on Ross. I was like, we already knew there was gonna be beef there. I don't think that they needed to add the special guest referee.
Yeah, because it
I
was going to cause
also,
more issue.
yeah, I just was like, something about that match just didn't flow for me, and I don't know why. I don't think it necessarily had to do with Jay being busted open. That one was kind of like, what just happened? Like that
Right.
was I was a little shooketh when I was like, what happened to Jay? Why is he? Then I started getting worried because then put my mom hat back on. I was like, is he okay? Oh Lord.
Yeah,
So
we
that also
definitely
kind of
rewinded that. We rewind. We're like, oh nope, rewind. And you see, when did he bust? We were like, wait, where's why? Because it happened so fast. We didn't even know he was bleeding until we looked at Braun
hmm
and he had blood on. We're like, where did blood come from? Why you got blood on your back? What? That's a lot of blood. Who is bleeding? And then to see Jay just, and we're like, when did Jay get busted? And I'm like, I said, when did he rank himself? What happened? I don't. And to watch it happen, knowing that was definitely an accident. He was not supposed to sit here and bust himself open. And to watch that, it was just gushing. It was like, dang, how deep did you cut that? Like that's whew. And even like watching the stuff afterwards too, to see that they like he still was like out of it. Like it was like he was, you almost think he lost so much blood.
I was so stressed watching it. I was like, can we stop this match? Can we stop it? And I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to stop it. Like they need to finish. And we definitely saw LA Knight, do his great job as a referee and call the finish. He was like, spear him. I was like, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think Jay being busted open like contributed to the match being lackluster. I think having LA as a special guest referee
Threw it off.
100%. So I just was like, not didn't love that. All right, let's talk Stephanie Becker defeating Io Sky for her first Women's World Championship in WWE, not NXT, WWE.
I mean, it was good.
It was
Um,
really good.
I definitely did think Io was gonna win. And then, and at that point, Asuka turning on her. So not for it to happen that night. I mean, it was good. I mean, definitely watching Stephanie win and watching her celebrate that with her dad. That was, that was cool. And I'm happy that I was wrong when I said it either on the live or somewhere. No, it was the live, our live, when they was talking about her dad was gonna be there. I was like, that don't mean nothing because I mean,
Yeah, we thought she was gonna lose. That's right. Because
yeah.
well, I didn't, but it happens. It's not the first time. You
I
know,
mean, all we gotta do is think about with Sammy. He had his wife, his kids, and we was like, and he
poor man.
lost, and in his own hometown, lost. So,
Definitively, it was rough. So,
so yeah,
and not
but
the first time. Didn't that happen to Kevin Owens too? Like,
yeah,
listen, that just didn't.
and then we thought Jay was gonna keep the title because the son was there, and he lost it. So,
That's
I
right.
mean, I'm just saying. So, no, it wasn't. So to watch it, it was good. I mean, congratulations. Uh, Definitely, I have Naomi in my back of my head calling her the Cur and Valor and whatever other name she
Everything
came
but her
up,
name. Yeah.
everything but her name. Definitely, and it's just like, either way, congratulations. I mean, it was a good match.
I have Nikki calling her Mamacita. in my head after she struggled saying her name on Raw. So now every time she sees her, she's like, "Hi, Mama Sita." I was like, "Girl, I feel you because you do not want to mess that up again." I thought it was a very, very, very good technical match, which I don't think a lot of times women get. When you think back to Io and Rhea, that match was also phenomenal. It was very
Mhm.
technical. It was also very exciting. I thought this one stayed in the ring, but it still was very, very good from a technical perspective. But I still didn't think it was my favorite match of the night, but it was probably my second favorite match because it was just so freaking good. And women don't often get the opportunity to showcase their skills the way that Io and Stephanie did. All right, now I'm clearly going to talk about what our favorite match of the night was because CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Like, good gracious, the way. It was so fun from the top of Becky and Seth coming out in that purple situation.
Listen, I don't know. What did I say they look like? They look like the freaking eye. They look like an eye from a cartoon. I forgot what cartoon. Oh, was it what cartoon was it? It was some superhero and it was the eye, the Incredibles. We said the Incredibles, and I was like,
I
oh yeah,
thought
that could be the superhero, the villains, because they, if you look at it from far away, it just looked like purple and an eye.
it did.
And then as they got closer, it was like, Seth, do you have more glitter on yours than Becky? And then Becky had more like, I don't know what that was. It was just like,
It was amazing. It was so
it was. I mean, definitely,
dramatic
it was,
and
because they're
delicious.
dramatic.
I was like, there were so many layers of just, we are the bad guys. And I loved that very much. And I think that's also the thing I would say I think Stephanie and Io were missing. It was two people who are like beloved
Mm-hmm.
together. And I think maybe if we had had one with a little bit of edge, it might have upped that in my eyes. But definitely seeing the definitiveness between like Seth and CM Punk and AJ Lee and Becky. And I thought they worked fantastically together. I didn't see too many crazy things. There were a few setups that I know you noticed, but I don't think you minded them because it looked like
It did.
it
It
looked
didn't.
good.
It still looked good. It didn't matter. I mean, definitely when she was struggling to do the Black Widow, I think the second time, it was like, then it was like, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, I don't think she fully extended Becky's arm, but I think at that point it didn't really matter because Becky was gonna tap out anyway. It was like, but that match was so good that it was on. We were on the edge of our seats towards like the end. Like it could have went either way, any way. How I think in the beginning it did slow up a little bit, but that's to be expected. This is AJ's first real match. Not just I'm hitting you inside your head. This is her, and I feel like she made more of a conscious effort not to really punch her for real until it became not a conscious effort no more. She was like, "And nah, I'm about to beat you." And to sit here and watch like the couples dynamic, to watch real life couples sitting here actually problem solving together, working it out, and to the point where each one was doing each one's moves and you were doing
Hmm.
this and I'm gonna do this. And to watch AJ sit here and stomp Seth's head in between CM Punk's legs. I don't know what that was, but that was the quickest and I was like, oh,
It was fun.
it was a really fun match for sure. And it was definitely, I think, the number one match. I think it also was good that it was in the middle. So it kind of like
Well, it was
separated.
almost towards the end, yeah.
It was, but it was still in the middle between those two matches because it wasn't it 6 on the card? No, it was 5? Well, either way, they still were in the middle
Okay.
of 2 and 2, 'cause that's 4. They were 5. They in the middle. I'm just saying. But it was just so, and then listen, we talk about the admiration that they have for each other. So even like watching Seth, listen, Seth and Becky kissing each other on the outside of the ring, I was like, you know what, y'all are a trip, okay? A trip, a trip. But then to watch CM Punk at the end, just like watch her win her match, her first match back, and to see how he was just this proud husband, like, yeah, you
Well, you
did
know,
it.
he's wearing that AJ's husband jacket, which I loved.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that's what he had, but still, it doesn't, because I mean, either way, this was out of all the matches, this was the one match I was waiting to watch,
Mhm.
and I felt like I got, if I did spend money, my money worth on it.
You're welcome.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, how do you feel about it?
No, I loved it. I mean, everything was dramatically I was getting ready to, like, chop it to say the same thing, everyone doing everybody's move, watching the pedigrees, watching the stomps, watching all of the like the knee that Punk does. I was like, look at everybody looking amazing. They just look so good together, all of them. When Becky and Seth were kissing, I was like, she said her hot husband. She wanted y'all to know her husband is hot and she's excited. Now, do I think that everybody had to get into some ice cold water bath after that?
Listen, I'm surprised they made it without petting each other, okay?
I was like, man, it's gonna be a rough night for Rue. Like, all right, baby, you're gonna have to hang out with grandma because we're gonna have to soak tonight. So
Because their bodies, I mean, especially when they went through the table, to watch them like themselves on the table, that
yes.
was a little crazy.
It was fun that they broke the English announce table, I think.
Yeah,
Was it
but
English or Spanish? Anyway, whatever table they broke, the other people were about to talk about broke the other ones. I think it was the English announce table because I was like looking at um who was it? What was it, Michael? Was it Michael Cole or was it Joe Tessitore? No, it was definitely Michael Cole because he gets excited when Pat is there. But watching
he's always
them just
excited when
sit
he's
there in
there.
chairs because they don't have a table, I was like, dang, that's crazy work. It was fun. It was, like you said, it was the thing I was most excited to see. And I thought it lived up to the hype. I thought the match was excellent. And so it was by far my favorite.
It definitely lived up to hype. It definitely. And just this last point, just when at the end, when the camera went to Becky and Becky was like, "Get the camera out my face," and I was like, "Yeah, girl, because you was talking mad junk over there, talking about her neck and all this stuff, and she just showed you that you
Listen,
tapped out. That's all she needed. She don't.
Listen, she said she was swatting a bee. It was a rogue bee in the ring that she was trying to hit. So technically, she didn't tap out. Okay, she didn't tap out.
Oh, oh,
There's a
okay.
picture of a bee in the ring. I'll be happy to send it to you for further
Yeah, send
evidence.
that to me because that sounds
100%.
that sounds a little crazy. Sounds like some made
I'm a
up
little
story that
suspect,
her
but
Rue told her to tell us because that don't make no damn sense.
I was like, what is the bee doing inside? Anyway, it's cool. I understand. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you so you see the bee that she swat. Okay,
A
it's cool. It's
bee,
cool. Yep,
a
it's
bee.
cool. All right, let's talk
Jesus,
Cody and Drew's match, which I wanted to like so much more than I actually liked. Um, First of all, I really wanted Drew to win. I know that's probably just, you know, Kiara's wishful thinking, but that's what I wanted. I wanted Drew to win. And I was stressed out watching
you were stressed
that
out.
Claymore and the announce table. I was like,
That
no,
looked
no,
that looked very
no,
painful. Very painful.
no. I was heartbroken. I was like, he's definitely not gonna win now. Like, oh, it didn't make me happy. It's not that there was nothing wrong with the match, but
The match was actually good.
excuse me, you know how it is when we get late. But there was nothing wrong with the match, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. And probably because I wished ultimately that Drew would have won because I like Cody. I have always liked Cody, but I'm not sure, again, as I want to remind people, I'm not sure that I love Cody as my champion right now. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. What
I
about
mean,
you?
the match was definitely good, and
It was.
I mean, when he did put his leg through that tape, granted, granted, I don't know why he was about to try to punt him like he was Randy, because he definitely was about to punt.
I had
And
that
I was
question as well.
and I'm saying, like, "Why you punting? Didn't you just have this whole battle with Randy and you talking all this junk? Now you about to sit here and use this move and punt somebody?" So in essence, I'm like, "God damn, like ugly." Somehow he was just like, "Oh, okay." But I also don't like the fact that he really did get injured, because to watch him get up to try to do the Claymore again and to watch him buckle is one of those things, like, you are a tall man and you buckled. it was like the match had to be over. Like it was done. It was like there was nothing else we could do because you can't wrestle no more. And then even more so to know that I don't think it really was a work was to watch him outside the ring. He wasn't even up the ramp yet. They took off his shoe. He was like, "No, I need y'all to like this right here," and they kept replaying it. And to watch, it was just like it had to be on Impact because he was going full throttle. And I think there was something there. I don't think they cleared whatever was supposed to be underneath the table out, and that is what he hit. Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we know they, yes, some things are practice or whatever, or they talk about what they're going to do. So I do think because of how Cody was still in the position of setup that he was supposed to do that. I just don't think whatever was there that he hit was supposed to be there, and that is what injured him, which is crazy because
Yeah, it is crazy.
it's never good
And
to
it
see
was
somebody
sad.
injured. Mhm.
It made me sad. I was like, more reasons I love Drew, and now you trying to tell me. Anyway, watching him, like you said, limp, I was just like, this too much. And we didn't get an update on Monday, so
That's the other thing too. I'm like, what's the update? Like, sir, what's going on? Because we know that you hurt. Like,
we didn't get an update, and I didn't love that either. I was like, no update. We didn't even get the fake Seth update. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna go and get it seen by a doctor. I didn't get it. Didn't love that. Just saying. All right. So overall, do you agree with ESPN's grade of a C, or do you have a different grade for the night?
I mean, it, it definitely it needed an improvement, but I'll go with a C. That's fine.
I'm not even gonna disagree with you. Like, I thought it was a C too. And I think it probably would not have been a C if I didn't watch All Out because that show was fun. I literally was like having a blast watching it all, the characters. It just felt like fun. And one of the reasons like I started watching AEW is because their pay-per-views are fun. They're just crazy, they're over the top. Crazy things happen, which again, my mom nerves. I mean, I get it. But it just felt like we used to watch. It felt like Nitro. Like we used to watch Nitro, and you were like, "Oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen." Especially what ended up happening to John Moxley, even though he was right back this Wednesday. But anyway, let's talk about it because I think you saw a good portion of these matches. So let me think. Let's talk about Christian Cage and Adam Copeland and FTR's match.
That's the one I missed.
That's when you missed. Well, I'm gonna talk about it. So let me tell you something. Oh yeah, because I was screaming Beth and you weren't. You weren't around. That's the one you missed. And when I tell you that it was an excellent match, FTR Christian, formerly known as Edge, did an amazing job. It was dramatic. I mean, it was funny. It was fun watching Beth, not Phoenix, because they can't say that in AEW, come out in all her glory. Didn't love that she got hit with a spike pile driver while Edge was chained to the ring. But do you see the drama in that story? You see it? Like it reminds you of the machos and the
Uh huh.
whoever else was like chained watching their wife get beat up.
Uh
I was
huh.
like, I am in it. So I really loved that match. I thought that I did an excellent job. I was shocked by Chris Statlander winning against Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Tika. I'm gonna say her name wrong again. It's Tekla. Maybe it's
Yeah,
Tekla.
we definitely that was not who we said who was going to win.
No, we
So
were
that definitely
clearly. I
we
mean, we
were.
never picked Chris Statlander
No.
in any way, shape, or form. I damn sure thought Tony Storm was gonna have that belt until like she got tired of it and decided to run off to Hollywood or something. Like I was just like, this is not going to happen. We'll see if it turns out to be a good idea for AEW because I'm not sure that it is going to be. Chris Statlander is loved, yes, but is she champion material considering that Tony Storm has had the belt for a long time and has made a mark with that belt? So I don't know, but that match was also very fun to watch. It was fantastic. It was physical. And Tony Storm is the beast, okay? Because oof, the drama. The drama was beautiful to see there. Did you see the John Moxley Darby Allin coffin match?
I started it and then I left once they started acting crazy, and I was like, I'm good, I'm out, I'm going. I already knew that was gonna happen, and I just couldn't do it. And then on top of that, you told me that someone got thrown in the thing because they weren't thinking. And I was like, yeah, see, no, I'm good, I'm happy. I missed that because I just was not going to watch that. I just was not. There's just some things that I can just deal with, and some things I can't, and that was one of them.
Some things you couldn't.
I think once the match started, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, they did something else. I was like, oh, it's time for me to go. I'll be back.
It was crazy. It was so crazy. It was amazing. It had returns with Pac, who we hadn't seen since God. I was like, and he had bangs, girl. Like, ooh, girl. It was a lot. It was crazy. I'm glad that they explained the coffin rules and that it was exactly what you mentioned. You get 3 foot in the coffin, but they both ended up in the coffin for a while there. I mean, it was great. It was great. And the fact that
Yeah,
it didn't
but
end
they
there,
sat here and put him in something and threw him in the coffin after they hit him. Listen,
it was great.
they were
It
doing the
was
most.
mwah,
And then
chef's kiss
then they do
drama.
more stuff after it. Like it was just too much.
It was a lot and it was wonderful. And I enjoyed it so much because it was crazy. It was crazy, but also kind of fun. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. And then the fact that later, Moxie, he tried to set Darby on fire, and obviously it was done the opposite way. It was kind of crazy. I was like, again, it felt like another Nitro episode. Again, like, I get it. I get it. This ain't the first time that we're seeing something crazy like that. But I thought it was well executed. It was fun. It was everything I expected from this match, maybe a little bit more. It was, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There was definitely certain bloody things that I'm like, oh God, okay. But still fun, still crazy, still enjoyable. I think it definitely catered to um their fan base the way it always does. And I think it was an excellent match in terms of like the brutality and what we expect from Moxley and from Darby Allin, right? Because jumping all over from things that are too far up, I was like, oh my God, I hope
Because
he. Oh.
wasn't Moxley also bleeding from some? I don't know. It was just too much. It
Yes,
was just too
Moxley was
much.
bleeding from the ear. I don't know if he
Yeah,
bit his ear out
that's
or
what I'm saying. Like it would.
that's when it got a little crazy. I will admit, I was like, uh, let's stop
Like
biting
why?
people.
Like why? Keep your
Yeah.
mouths to yourselves. This is just
That's not how they
crazy.
do. It's not how they do. I will tell
Crazy.
you the thing I also really enjoyed was that four-way ladder match with Brodito and with the Young Bucks
I missed that one.
and the various amounts of people. But here's the thing that you really need to know. First of all, it was fun as hell because it was a ladder match. And everybody was doing crazy stuff. And I was like, how is anyone standing? I don't even know. I'm not sure. I was like, this is crazy. It was fun watching Matt and Nick, I think is their names. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. It was so great watching them get their music back. And, again, now that they're rich again, it was great. I was just like, shout out to them. it was it was crazy fun to watch all of the different competitors getting introduced to like Speedball and his tag team partner. It was just fantastic. I thought it was very physical. I thought it was well executed. Sometimes I feel like AEW gets a little sloppy. I don't think they were super sloppy during this. I
Mhm.
felt like everything matched the way it was supposed to be. And you couldn't quite pick up the ending because there was a surprise return with Jack Perry, which, ooh, girl, wait till I catch you up on that saga because a lot of things led up to this. He'd been missing forever.
Uh-huh.
And then they had him helped by a returning Luchasaurus. And they were this
Right, I saw
huge
the
duo.
Luchasaurus. I
Yeah.
saw that. Mhm.
And it was great seeing them like return and take you back into a new level of the story, which Jack Perry has been going through it. Okay. He went through a lot of things. And this actually, remember, I think I told you it sparked with the whole CM Punk situation.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, now we're still like coming full circle from the crazy. Ultimately, though, the match that I was really, really impressed with was Adam Page and Kyle Fletcher.
Mm.
Um, listen, I think this is what I mean when I tell you like AEW's pay-per-view felt different. And I think in a lot of ways, AEW always feels like they need to prove themselves for pay-per-views. Because let's be honest, sometimes their TV time is crazy and boring
Mhm.
sometimes, and like the
Mhm.
stories don't make sense. But when I tell you the way that Kyle Fletcher and Adam Page went after each other, the physicality, the beauty in their moves, it was simple sometimes, but it was effective and it was impactful. And there were so many moments where either one of them could have won. I was like, this match is phenomenal. So yeah, I definitely, that was probably one of my very favorite matches, period. Um, just watching that because it was just so good. It was really, really good. I don't even know if I have enough words to say that because, girl, I don't want to brush by this, but Eddie Kingston defeated Big Bill. I know did we even talk about that one? I think we just skipped that one. That was great to see Kingston come back. And then apparently Hook shows up, which I'm like, I don't get it. That's the one thing that Kiara had a question mark in her head when she saw. I was like, I'm not sure I understand this. Mark Briscoe, MJF's tax and tables match was a bloody mess. Yeah, it was a bloody mess. But I really like Briscoe, so it just really, yeah, late stuff happens with you. Anyway, my point is, I know you weren't a big fan of tables and thumbtacks.
Absolutely not. I no,
It was as bloody as
no.
possible.
Exactly, which I thought it would be, which was stupid.
It was
I mean,
crazy. It was
what
really
else?
crazy.
I mean, what
And then
what would make you think it wasn't going to be bloody? The key word
they
in the
had
match was
more thumbtacks than I have ever seen in my life in that. Like, just,
you might as well just had it
just
made it prick my
crazy.
finger on what's that, Thumbelina? Rapunzel.
That's crazy. Not Thumbelina. That's wild.
Is it
Listen,
not? It's a Rapunzel. Whoever was the one when you pricked your finger on the thing, and you,
the hair. I think that
no. Well,
was
okay, was it?
Sleeping Beauty, honey.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, it's too late to be going through
It's
Disney
too late.
stories.
It's too late right now.
I can't.
I don't think I can make it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Um,
trying to hold on by a thread, but my eyes, my body,
all right, so
my
let's just
spirit.
wrap this up by saying that was crazy. And yeah. And then of course the last match was the well, not the last match, obviously. It was Okada, Mascara Dorado, uh Takahashi and the the AEW Unified Championship, which was amazing.
We can also talk
So
about we didn't talk about Mercedes and
we didn't talk
I
about
forgot her
Mercedes
name.
match.
No, but that was a really intense match. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Mercedes was about to lose that title.
You know what? We did not talk about Mercedes and what is
I
her
cannot
name?
pronounce her name, so I'm not even gonna try.
Riho. It was Riho. That's her name.
But
We did
I
not. I'm sorry, y'all.
I
I remember
really
now.
I really thought that um
I told you Riho was really good.
I mean, granted, she did look like she would belong in an anime thing that my kids be watching, so I don't know why we would do such a thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I don't know what Mercedes was doing and why her butt looked really big that day,
What?
but I really
Cool, cool.
I'm sorry. Um I really thought Mercedes was gonna lose because it was really touch and go there. That was a really good match. I mean, you may not thought so. I thought so. While we were watching, I said
I
I
didn't
thought
think
she was
she
about
was
to
going to
lose.
lose. I thought it was a good match, but I didn't think she was going to lose.
Oh, I thought she was gonna lose. I was hoping she was gonna lose, so maybe I don't
You were
know.
hoping. I was not.
Anyway,
I was not. CEO. CEO. I was not. I don't think she was gonna lose. It was great watching her come to the ring with all those male models. I was like, that's wild. Anyway, it was fun. Overall, I thought it was a fantastic pay per view. I definitely liked it better than WWE's, which is crazy for me to say. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Um, I never thought I would be saying this, which is why I'm not sure the same day programming is a good idea. I just don't know if I think it would. And it was just exciting and fun. And so my grade for that would have been at least a B. I thought it was fantastic. There's a few things that I'm like, did we really need that much blood? Did we really need that many
No.
tacks?
The answer is no.
Did we really need to try to set did we need to set John Moxley on fire? I mean, it was funny, but, like, did we?
No.
Like, I was just
That's
like,
just crazy.
yeah. But again, like, it's one of those things that I enjoyed it. It was high stakes, it was fun, it was crazy, you didn't quite know what to expect. I wish that they could figure out how to keep that same energy in their weekly TV shows because it
Mm.
does not, and that's what I struggle the most with AEW is just, like, sometimes I don't enjoy their weekly TV shows because it seems boring. Alright, let's quickly recap some Raw stuff. Wait, before, I wanted to ask you, what'd you think about the pay-per-view? What grade did you wanna give the things that you saw? Because you didn't see it?
That's a B.
You wanna give it a B too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's quickly recap Raw because, girl, now we're
Jay is
setting up for
Jay's me and Roman. I mean, every time I see it, that's all I see now. Is Jay
Jay
being
is
Roman.
now Roman.
Yeah. When you
Yeah,
saw
I
how
get
he was
that.
eyeing Cody, like he wasn't even looking at. First off, Cody wasn't even looking at him. Cody was paying attention to the camera. I was like, "Sir, you've been definitely on a movie set too long that you don't realize you're supposed to be talking to the person. You're talking to the camera."
Yep.
And Jay is sitting here looking at the champion like, "I want this title back," and I'm going, "But is that the title he had?" And I was like, "I don't remember," but no, it is the title he had because this then it Cody beat Gunther. But it's just like he's listening to Cody like, yeah, staring right at the camera. I was like, yo, you are so about to be Roman in so many different ways that I don't think any of us would be prepared for, or this is what Jimmy was afraid of, and that's why he made you lose your match the other time, because he was like, you're going to become him. And look, you don't need to do any of those things to become him. You're
Nope.
about to become him.
That's right. Yes.
Anyway, that was
I
my
also want to point out how Jimmy tried to talk to him, but realized he wasn't listening and then sent Cody. I was like, since when did Jimmy send Cody to talk to Jay? I was like, question mark there. Because if he wasn't listening to you, he daggone wasn't going to listen to Cody. So, yeah, I don't think that was effective. And clearly, we all know he don't F with LA Knight. So, what did you think was going to happen here? I was just like, But then we did see the end in which Jimmy came out to save LA Knight. But I thought it was really interesting. First of all, that we started to see Paul Heyman again. So I guess he's recovered from his injuries.
Oh, we
Um,
didn't talk about that. How Paul sat here and announced Brock
Brock
Lesnar.
Lesnar, that's
It
where I
was
was going to go with
like
that too. I don't know what that's about. Why we announcing Brock Lesnar? Does Seth not have a problem with that?
because yo tribal chief was like
Right. So is he supposed to be like, I'm cool with this now? I had thoughts of I said, explain it to me how Seth, the Seth we know, is okay with Paul Heyman, the Oracle, talking to Brock Lesnar in any capacity when
let
you are have a
alone
title and Brock Lesnar does
uh-huh.
not.
Mm, little suspect, a little
Yeah,
question
I
mark.
didn't really. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Prepare for the setup for the shakedown. Just saying.
But then he had kept calling the Bronze off from attacking Jimmy. What's up with that? Yeah, I'm curious what this is about. I'm like, the
Maybe
heck
he
is happening
realized
here?
his ways after he got choked the hell out. I don't know. Maybe he's like, I just
It
need to be
could
good.
be.
Maybe I just need to be right with the Lord.
Okay, that could be. Watching our next episode of the Judgment Day novella. Uh what's really great with JD ending up facing Rusev courtesy of Dom. I don't know why Dom did this to him, but it was really funny how he tried to initially get Finn to do it, and Finn's like, "Yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, it's a hard no for me, guys. Like, it's just, I'm
But
busy.
he made a good point. He goes, "What's up with you? You need to go get your buddy that you keep telling us we go get American. What happened? Where's American Americano? Wait, what's his name?
Grande Americano."
Thanks, because my brain was like, you said his name
Which brings
twice.
me to the next thing. There was a vignette. Los Americanos, there's tres.
Oh my god, it
Yep,
is too
there's three
much.
of them. Which word?
Leads me to believe that Chad may be on his way back, but they need to get their lives together because Chad can never be American grande Americano ever in life again. Because what?
Why are there three? What's up? That vignette was funny as all get out. They had them on the little rock. I just, girl, girl, just was in stitches. Another part that I really enjoyed was Bailey's crazy. Her split personality is giving exceptional character
Mhm.
development to me.
Okay.
I loved it. I want to see more of it. I'm excited about it. And then it's good to know that we're heading towards, like I mentioned, the championship versus championship crown jewel situation.
Mhm.
Cody and Seth were face to face. And of course, we can't stop. I don't have anything else to say about Cody and Seth face to face, except we're going to get that again, which excites me because I think they look great together and they do
Uh-huh.
great work together. And ultimately, Seth better win because Cody got how many of them damn rings, crowns,
One.
belts?
One.
2.
Oh. Well, he had the ring. Girl, I don't know. Okay, you're right. 2.
And as a result, no, I think Seth better win this. And then, of course, we're going to talk Asuka, Io, and the whole Rhea situation that closed out the show. First of all, it was great to see the main event.
Mhm.
Um, Asuka's always amazing. Rhea she looked like the Hulk by the end of the match. She looks like the Hulk. I really was like, oh, sweet Jesus. Asuka hit Kari. I was like, we don't get to be mad at Asuka for this. Like, I don't stand. Like, she literally hit you. And then they both attacked Io, which, has been coming for some time.
It
So,
definitely has been coming. I've been saying that. So watch it happen now and then I don't know cuz it's kind of confusing if Ky-
Kari,
Kyrie Kyrie if she's happy that she's attacking her or she's supposed to be like I'm so sad but I have no choice but to attack you or she's going to attack me. Rawr. Like I don't know.
rar? That's wild. That's wild. Okay. Let's recap NXT so we can
Oh,
get to the
that's it.
speed round because
Oh
we
my
may
god.
not make it much longer, y'all. All right. I'm sure there's lots to talk about for NXT, but the truth is, the only thing I want to talk about is this invasion situation. I mean, I did watch all of NXT.
So did I, but we can talk this good straight to the good match because the other matches they were alright. It wasn't. I
I mean,
want to talk about.
I like the lights out match. I did think that was a cool concept. And I thought that landed better than some of the other ones I had seen in the past. Yeah, I know. In the past, sometimes you just couldn't see nothing or it was red. I love the fact that you could see some things, and NXT pulled that off fantastically. But yeah, okay, fine. But anyway, this
I mean,
invasion situation,
they were slowly invading. That's the funny part. It was just like la la
straight up,
la la la
and
la.
aliens start showing up and they just prickle themselves, and they're clearly aliens. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you feel a little unsettled? Like, I'm not sure I would keep going about my match and mind my business. But there ain't nobody tell Trick to hit Mike Santana. But before I say that, hold up. I would like to know how you can go from jumping out of the crowd to the announce booth. Like, why did Mike Santana be able to join the announce table? Like, I was like, did you have a ticket, my guy? Like, what are you doing here? Also, how are people from TNA walking around in the back?
That's what I'm saying. They were just walking la la la
Y'all don't got
la.
security?
They paid them
I
off.
mean, y'all just
They
letting
paid them off.
everybody in. And then Billy Kay and Cassie Lee
Yes,
looked
yes,
amazing. It was
yes.
so great to see them. But like, y'all just gonna roll up and just be standing there, Moose just standing there. I'm like, nobody
Alicia
felt
Fox in the back,
uncomfortable.
looking at looking at like the fans, like, "Hey, what's up?" Like,
Is that who attacked Jasmine Nix on her way out the door? Was somebody
you
from
know
TNA?
what? Probably. Who knows?
It was also messed up how JC Fallon
Was
was like,
like
oh, well, we don't like
she
you
was
neither way.
she was dead. We had to get rid of her sooner or later anyway. It was like, dang, yo.
NXT is
that is
just
just rude.
amazing weekly TV. Like
Oh
I
wait,
just
and then what happened to Ava? Why Ava wasn't there?
she said she was in Australia.
Oh, so she's a part of the movie?
I
Oh, okay.
don't know. It says she was out of town, Australia or something. I think one of the ladies said that she was somewhere doing something. But I was like, clearly you didn't leave the right people in charge of NXT. And I guess I'm gonna be checking out TNA tomorrow so I can find out.
What houses invasion or re-invading? Because when I say, but I ain't gonna lie, that match with Obafemi and Trick was so good.
It
It was.
was
I was sitting here going, they're not about to unify this. There's no way because who you gonna
she said who?
because I'm sitting here like, because I'm also going like, I like Trick, but do I think he's ready to be too tight, two belts and whatever? Nah, I don't know, because he be over at TNA a lot and be causing a lot of drama and craziness. And then I'm like, oh, but Femi, I mean, he's technically undefeated, so should we have Trick be the one who take him off the throne? I said, I don't know.
No, no. I was
So I
like,
was very
clearly
happy
no.
when he decided to go up to Mike and be like, yeah, what's up? Knowing he was going to hit him back. I was like, yes, because that's the New Yorkers in us. You're not going to think you can hit me and then walk away. You have lost your damn marbles.
Clearly, because it was fantastic. It was the best way to end the show ever. Hold up, though. I want to take a minute, excuse me, to discuss how. Yes, I'm tired. I want to discuss how Ricky Saints looks at the chaos around him
And
and
then go to the
proceeds to keep
championship.
walking. He's like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I know the only thing I focus is on this championship.
Championship.
I started screaming and laughter while Obi like, no, this is mine. I'm like, sir, neither one of you are concerned with the drama and the
Because
chaos
you know
around
why?
you.
Because Obafemi's like, I didn't start this shit. That was that nigga over there, okay? Be clear. It wasn't me. I was trying to finish this damn match. This nigga knew he was about to lose, so he decided to go over there and start some shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because clearly it's going to be me and this nigga sitting here fighting. Why? Why? No
It was
concerns.
funny.
No
It was
concerns.
funny. And it was, I literally just looked at it. I was like, this is gold. Like, he's just like, yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't really know. I'm gonna just keep walking. What? Like, dude, your place is being attacked.
He was like, yeah, it came out. I surveyed the situation and it's not none of my damn concern. So, I need to make sure I'm ready for this match on this weekend. Not,
Fair,
I
fair.
can't get myself involved in this shit.
Which leads us to the speed round. Ding ding.
Ding ding! Guys, you have made it because I don't know where the Raw came from. I'm so sorry.
With the NXT Championship match, Obafemi versus Ricky Saints. Who you got?
Obafemi.
Listen,
I don't think Ricky taking it off his ass either.
listen, listen. We don't get nothing for women winning, but I really, really love Obafemi. I mean, for everything from the walk to the stance in the ring, I was like, what is happening? It's like a god has landed, and
He knows who
yeah,
he is. He knows his aura. That's what it is. That's all that matters.
yeah. All right, we got the NXT Women's Championship match with JC Jane versus Lola Vice. Who you got? Y'all, it's late, and she's clearly egging me on. That's crazy. Okay.
I mean, I would say Lola, but that would be a misfortune that you got it before Jada Parker. So I'm going to say Jason J.
Same. For all the reasons that you just said. I know y'all tried to make me care about Lola, and it's not that I don't. It's just that I think Lola does better work as a heel, A. And then B, like, you know who I want to see, Miss Jada. That's who I want to see to be NXT's next champion. All right, let's talk NXT North American Championship. Ethan Page and Tavion Heights. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to talk about how Ethan Page got his head rocked by Triple A's Latin American champion Dr. Wagner Jr.
Even
That
though it
was
was a fake. That wasn't him.
that
That
wasn't
was
him.
it
That
was
was
a
Tavion, right?
yeah, he beat his
That's what I thought.
yeah. What?
Anyway, who you got? Who you got? Jeez Louise, man.
Not Ethan, but probably Ethan because his dumb ass is going to do something to make himself win. So you know what, Ethan? Here you go.
I don't bet against Ethan. I don't think Tavia is quite ready for that North American Championship. All right, we have this weaponized steel cage match with Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, who is turned into this evil, demonic Barbie. Who you got?
If Jordan Grace does not win, I want to say I riot, but I don't care that much to riot. But yo, I'm so sorry, y'all. I just don't want the other one to win, but I think she will. So the answer is Jordan Grace.
I'm gonna go with Blake Monroe. Girl, you better not steer me wrong this time. Wait, no, she won last time. So yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Blake because maybe she brings out some craziness, or maybe there's a new player who comes in and maybe TNA interrupts. I don't know. But I just don't see Jordan winning this one. All right, WWE Speed Championship match. We did not talk about Candice LeRae and her match with Lainey Reed, which was actually really good, to be honest, for that 3 minutes. But let's talk. Sol Ruca and Lainey Reed. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Lainey Reed because I think Homegirl turns on Soul.
I'm gonna go with Sol, but I absolutely think it's time for Soul sidekick, I hate to say it like that, to turn on her, but I think she's going to turn on her with the idea that she wants the title. So I say she takes out Lainey, but at some point Zaria's like, I'm next. I got next. All right, we got Javon Evans and Josh Briggs, and they had this great promo trying the hardest to make Josh Briggs be this unstoppable force. Who you got?
Evans.
Same, because sorry, Josh, I'm not buying it.
You got the one
Not
up, and
buying
that's
it.
about it. You ain't gonna get another one.
No. So if you made it this far, first, thank you, because oof, you hung tight with us when.
Wait.
Oh
I
wait,
just want to say this because
okay.
SmackDown's supposed to have Tiffany versus Jade
Oh, that's right.
and
I didn't get to that because we need to know who Stephanie's gonna face at Crown Jewel.
I'm gonna say somehow Tiffany still keeps it because if Jade wins, I will riot. That I will do.
Is
I'll
this still
riot.
is it a 3-way? It is,
Yeah,
right?
and Nia, but Nia don't need it either.
Yeah, I think Stephanie keeps it. I think that's true.
That's not her name. Her name is not Stephanie.
I
It's
wish it
Tiffy.
was in my head.
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffany,
Tiffy
Stephanie,
time.
Tiff, Steph. Girl, I told you what time it is. 11:26. All right, my bad. Tiff wins it, keeps it, continue. We're not even
Okay.
supposed to be talking about SmackDown.
I
That's
know, but
fine.
it was just the next one that was coming up, and I had to say something because I just had to give my little Jade hate in. Okay, good, cool, we're done.
That is wild. Jade
I'm
hate
sorry.
is crazy.
I'm sorry.
Um,
It's what it is.
again, if you
I'm
made
not
it this
sorry.
far, congratulations. I hope you're not as petty as Misha is today. But we want to remind you that this is your moment to hit that subscribe button because, hey, who's right? You want to catch our ultimate predictions, which we replay for you guys. There'll be a blog that recaps who we think is going to win this Saturday, and we welcome you guys to challenge us. Tell us who else is going to win and whether we're right and whether we're wrong. We also want to let you know that you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Threads, on X, which is where you can find me a good bit of time. You can also find our personal social medias. You can find me on X at Content Vixen. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Kiara Mama Pod, one word, and Tanesha
At
Tanesha underscore Mama
Mama
Pod
Pod
on Facebook. Sorry, not on Facebook, on Instagram. I
Instagram.
don't know what her Facebook is. Sorry.
Facebook is just Tanisha, but
Good
it's
luck
okay.
finding it.
Yep.
So where can they listen to us, Tanesha?
You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, on Pocket Podcasts, on Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
And Spotify, where you can also see us. This is our reminder to tell you to join our Facebook group. You want to join our squad? You can get daily messages from one of us that talk about what we're talking about, give you a sense of what's happening in our world. And also, join our Patreon. Okay? Please. There are free memberships, but also you're missing out on some gold because all of our backstage exclusive clips belong on Patreon. We also have a new community that we're going to be announcing soon. So keep your eyes peeled on our socials for that next announcement. Super exciting. Also, want to let you know we have a new live coming your way the first week
Next
of
week.
October. That's right. So get ready to come back to the confessions booth because we got some things to talk.
And hopefully my voice will be back. Ooh, hopefully my voice will be okay. Yep. I'm good.
Yes, but also we'll have a special guest, which you'll hear about all next week. Super psyched to let you guys know who was also coming to that same confessions booth to unburden themselves with
Mm.
just an intimate group of us.
They want to have a word. They want to have a word.
That's right. So we want to say we're not new to this.
We're so true. We're so true to this. And this was Main Event Mamas. Woo!
Good night.